Hi guys, what is going on? I'm super excited today. I'm making this new video comparing the difference of Segway Ninebot Max versus the Wheelspeed Pro. Looking at picture, it's difficult to understand, but if you put the two products together, then you can see. First of all, if you see the deck, the Wheelspeed Pro is a little bit longer, so when you put your feet on it, you have that extra space, and when you're riding it for a long time, your feet is feeling more comfortable. And second, if you look at the height of the handlebar, the Wheelspeed Pro is slightly higher, about 1-2 inch. And then if you see the length of the handlebar, Ninebot is slightly shorter. So for long ride, your hand and feet feeling more comfortable. And because it's higher, the difference, the feeling is right away. Now we will look at the side-by-side video of both electric scooters. Both are performing the same task. This is from my previous video, the delivery Olympic competition. And the end result was the Wheelspeed Pro was a little bit faster by 6 seconds. It's going to a downhill delivery destination 1 kilometer away, and then coming back for another kilometer. And the difficulty level is at 50%, which means I need to climb 50 meters in 1 kilometer of return. Going there, come back is 2 kilometers altogether. And here is a little bit of uphill. You can see the Wheelspeed Pro on the left is a little bit faster because the engine is 37 volt versus the Ninebot at 36 volt. Already crossing the stop sign. And here is the little bit of downhill, and because of the suspension, it is actually much more comfortable to ride on the Wheelspeed Pro. And the deck is a little bit higher, you can see, so the hand is comfortable, the feet is comfortable for a long ride. Definitely on the Wheelspeed Pro is a little bit more comfortable and more enjoyable and slightly faster. Now the Ninebot battery is a little bit longer though, so in terms of long range, it's a little bit better. He is going through the sidewalk already on the Pro, and Segway just arrived at the sidewalk, so slightly difference in speed. If you look at the deck, you will see the Wheelspeed deck is a little bit higher. So when you're going through different kinds of bumps, sometimes with Ninebot you might scratch the bottom of the deck because it's a little bit too low. So if you look at the physical characteristic, the Wheelspeed Pro actually has a better design, at least in my opinion and my riding experience. Now if you look at the hub, the Wheelspeed Pro is using the front wheel as the motor, and it's 37 volt. The Ninebot is using the rear motor, and this one is 36 volt. Now if you compare the battery size, the Ninebot is slightly bigger. In the actual real world range test in Vancouver, with me about 190 pounds with all my gear, on the Ninebot I got 36 kilometers, but on the Wheelspeed Pro I got 31 kilometers. So it's very similar comparison. Wheelspeed Pro battery is slightly smaller, so the range is slightly less. Coming back to the side-by-side video, here we are entering a very steep downhill, and With the Ninebot Max, it will start beeping that it's going over the speed limit. Beep, 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 beep. That's a good safety feature. On the Wheelspeed Pro, it just shows 30 and you can keep going down. And here, because it was a competition, I try to go as fast as I can. And the Wheelspeed Pro was able to arrive faster and able to touch the yellow sign, meaning I got to the destination. And from here, you can see the climbing. Because it's a very steep hill, the climbing is kind of trouble. You have to zigzag a little bit in order to get it smooth. If you try to go straight, it will become super slow and sometimes it won't even move and you have to come down and walk. Ideally, you don't want to walk. If it's possible, there's no cars around. Zigzag is your best solution. And when you do the zigzag, remember you need to check the road, make sure it's not too icy, because during the zigzag, the tire might slip, and it happened to me. I wiped out on the Ninebot Max, and it was extremely painful. My body is still in pain. My arms and my legs definitely not fun. So climbing the hill, because the Wheelspeed Pro has a little bit more power on the engine, so it's slightly faster than the Ninebot Max. So if you see the video, you can see that I arrived to the crosswalk with the Wheelspeed Pro, and the Ninebot is just about getting there and getting on the sidewalk. There are a lot of advantages of the Wheelspeed Pro, and one of the biggest advantage I really enjoy and I really like is the pedal light. This is especially helpful when you are riding it in the evening. Myself, I did a lot of delivery in the evening, so with that extra light, car can see from the side beside your front light, because sometimes car coming from the side. Continue with the side-by-side video. Now it's going back a second hill that is not so bad, and you can see how each perform. They are actually very similar product. Beside their capacity specs, so you can see it's very comparable. I do have to give my preference over the Wheelspeed Pro just because of a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, a little bit taller, a little bit more comfortable, everything just slightly better. And it's actually slightly faster as well. And we will see which one reached the stop sign. So by up to this point, you can see the Wheelspeed Pro is always a few seconds faster. And you can see the stop sign right there. Boom. It's already there. And the Ninebot just arrived. Ninebot still has some advantage over the Wheelspeed. Number one is the IPS rating. This one is waterproof and the rating is pretty good. Even in bigger rain, this one will take care no problem. However, on the Wheelspeed Pro, this has no IP rating. So if it's too wet outside, too much rain, the road is wet, it's better don't ride the Wheelspeed. Another advantage from the Ninebot over the Wheelspeed Pro is the battery cover. See, this one feels solid, strong, durable. Where on the Wheelspeed Pro, this feels very cheap. It's a little plug, and this feels like it's gonna fall off or break anytime. And that's why the Ninebot Max has way better IP rating for rainproof. And this is the final section of the side-by-side video. Returning to the pretend restaurant, the Wheelspeed Pro already crossing the corner, entering the back alley, and Ninebot just got there. In real world riding, the few second difference is really not that matter. I mean, it win by 6 seconds. And here I already opened the gate, and the Ninebot is opening the gate right now. And after reaching the destination, I need to park and then touch the lamp post. Already touched, and it's done with the Wheelspeed Pro, and Ninebot done. So it's a slight speed difference. Wheelspeed Pro definitely a little bit faster. When you are charging, the Ninebot Max will tell you how many percentage you are. But on the Wheelspeed Pro, there's no information. The only thing you can tell is if on the charger, if it's red light or green light. Red light means it's still charging, green light means it's done. Another advantage that Ninebot still better is the ring mechanism. This one you just twist, it's very intuitive. This one is not so bad, but in comparison, the twisting mechanism is still better. This is a little bit more difficult to use compared with just twisting. For people interested in electric scooter that is long range, comfortable to ride, good safety in the nighttime, the Wheelspeed Pro is a good alternative. And on Amazon you can get a very good price. But for people that need a reliable, durable, rainproof electric long range kick scooter, the Ninebot is still a solid option. That's it for a quick comparison of these two electric scooter. Comment question below and like this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.